All right, everybody, so these are the common mistakes riders make when they're practicing emergency braking. So what I recommend you do, so get into second gear, go 20 miles per hour, and then whenever you want to start braking, so here there's a tar snake, so I'll start braking right here. Now I'm going to first show you the incorrect way on how to do it, and I want you to tell me what I did wrong. So I'm going to go down there, second gear, 20 miles per hour. Once my front tire gets to the line, I'm going to brake, but do all the things that are wrong, and then you tell me what I did wrong, right? So check it out. So this is what I want you to comment. First attempt, comment that, and then write, what did I do all wrong? So I'll give you guys a second to think about it before I start talking. So go on comments, first run, or first try, the incorrect demonstration, what did I do wrong? So number one thing, only 20 miles per hour. Look at the damn distance. This is, what, 60 feet? This is so long at 20 miles per hour, ridiculously. So imagine that tar snake was the beginning of an intersection, and that's my best attempt to try to stop this bike quickly. You're probably dead, right? So now that you commented what I did wrong, so number one, I barely used the front brake. I got on the brake a little bit, and I just stopped. Didn't even use it at all. I stomped down on the rear, and the ABS was just the whole time, and the rear brake is so underpowered, it didn't really do anything to help stop me. I'm still in second gear. I didn't even touch the clutch, so I stalled the bike, and I was staring down at the ground the whole time. So those are all the things I did wrong. How many did you get? So now I'm gonna go back and show you the correct demonstration. So that time with the front brake, well, number one, the most important thing, the distance is probably less than half, right? So with the front brake, that's where all the power is. So the technique for the front brake, as you roll off the throttle to 0%, you reach up to the brake, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 90, 100. You should be at 100% brake power. If you only go to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, which is very common, don't forget about 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. You gotta keep on squeezing. The slower you go, the harder you squeeze. So use the front brake to its full potential. That's majority of the stopping power. Barely touch the rear. The technique for the rear brake is you start off with a little bit, but then you taper off, light to lighter. Because the weight is going forward, it's so easy to lock up the rear. So just a little bit of pressure on the rear. It's not much power back there anyway. I'm back in first gear. I pulled in the clutch before I stopped, so I didn't stall the bike. I was looking straight. That way, once I come to a stop, I'm in first gear. If I glance in the mirror and the person behind me is not stopping, I have to be able to get out of the way and go. So those are the common things that people do. Don't use the front brake, or barely use it. Too much rear, looking down, not downshifting, right? Not being in first gear before you stop. Those are all very, very common things that I see riders do whenever they're trying to practice emergency braking.